ahead on 12 News, big changes planned for Golden Valley parks. They include something new to the Northwest Metro. Then a little extra spice in Osseo.
I like the varieties, you know, and to keep our town going and everything.
But first, a project the city of Maple Grove has waited for 20 years. 12 News starts right now. It is the announcement Maple Grove and Brooklyn Park have been waiting for.
The governor announced plans today to extend the 610 freeway all the way through to I-94. Right now, 610 connects Maple Grove to the east, but ends at County Road 81. Today's announcement means work will begin next summer on the last 3 miles of the 610 freeway. Today, Maple Grove Mayor Mark Stephenson said it will be a great thing for Maple Grove, and he said this was the announcement his city has been waiting 20 years for. The cost is estimated at up to $131 million. Another project approved for funding today is widening I-94 between Rogers and St. Michael. And another area road project isn't going in the direction 2 local suburbs had hoped for.
Plymouth and Maple Grove want a permanent 3rd lane in both directions of Interstate 494 between Bass Lake Road and Highway 55. Those cities believe it's the best solution to ease congestion. Instead, MnDOT will be putting in a temporary lane on the shoulder. As Neil Pursley reports, that permanent 3rd lane could be 15 to 20 years away.
People think that it's a rush hour issue. It's really not. It starts to get congested around 3 o'clock heading northbound every day, and it doesn't really let up until 6, 7 o'clock.
Growth has been a good thing for the Northwest Metro, but it hasn't been without growing pains.
Anytime you're taking 3 lanes and trying to condense them into 2, you're going to get this back up.
This is the last remaining stretch of 494 without 3 lanes. MnDOT is scheduled to begin a very large rehab project next year involving paving and bridge rehab.
As long as we're out here doing the pavement preservation, we're going to address the capacity needs on 494 by providing a right side dynamic shoulder lane in which it allows us to supplement that capacity need on 494 in the peak periods.
This so-called dynamic shoulder lane is designed as a temporary fix that has left some wondering why the lane can't just be made a permanent general purpose lane.
It just seems to make more sense to do it right one time and have a permanent solution constructed.
But there are some roadblocks.
I think the roadblock we're really seeing is the Metropolitan Council's policy that any new lanes added to the freeway system have to be managed lanes, whether it be min-pass or, dynamic shoulders or, some sort of transit way.
Now, the complete price tag for the bridge rehab and dynamic shoulder lane is about $61 million. The 2-year project is set to begin next summer. A series of public meetings about the project are scheduled to begin next Tuesday evening in Plymouth City Hall. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much. Meantime, one big road project is finished in Brooklyn Park, and now city officials are anticipating future growth in the city. Now that the interchange at Highway 169 and 93rd Avenue is finished, Brooklyn Park will study whether another interchange will be needed along Highway 169 and 101st. By the year 2030, the city expects to have more than 50,000 people working in Brooklyn Park as new businesses move into the northwest portion of the city.
We're trying to make that area more marketable to future development. We're trying to make it more passable for the average motorist to go through there, and of course trying to make it safer as well.
And if you want to weigh in on the city's study of a possible interchange at 169 and 101st Avenue, there's an open house this evening. That's Thursday night at City Hall until 7 o'clock.
A Golden Valley man is charged with burglarizing a Robbinsdale church. A Maxwell watchman is accused of smashing a basement window to break into United Methodist Church. According to the criminal complaint, police spotted watchman a few blocks away carrying an American flag with a distinctive gold eagle flagpole. Police learned the same flagpole was stolen from the church, and when asked why he stole the flagpole, watchman told police, quote, "If I had a good reason, I would explain it to you, but I actually don't have a good reason." Statistics compiled from the FBI show how 5 smaller northwest suburbs compare on crime. These are what the FBI calls Part 1 crimes, which include homicide, rape, robbery, assault, burglary, theft, and arson. Brooklyn Center had the most Part 1 crimes, in large part due to a higher number of theft cases. When you factor in population size, Golden Valley had the lowest number of Part 1 crimes per capita.
Well, today is like a holiday for nonprofits in Minnesota as they push for donations on Give to the Max Day. Reports show by noon on Thursday, donors had already raised more than $9 million through the website. However, shortly before 1 o'clock, the website went down with a disclaimer saying it was overloaded by generosity. GiveMN's executive director said they were working to fix the site, and as we went to air Thursday evening, the technical glitch though didn't dampen the excitement level at nonprofits. Several routed donors back to their own websites. At Second Harvest Heartland in Golden Valley, volunteers packed food Thursday while a DJ played music. The nonprofit campaigned for donors to give today when their money would be matched by the Mosaic Foundation.
This is a day where the community can support hunger relief. We have a goal of $325,000 today to raise, and I'm just sure the community is going to rise up and support hunger relief.
This is only the beginning of a very busy donation and volunteer season for Second Harvest Heartland. Managers hope high donations right now will help the organization get through the lean months that are typically January through March. Big changes are on the way for several of Golden Valley's parks.
As Delane Cleveland reports, the new parks director overseeing these changes has deep roots in Golden Valley, and he has a vision that would help bring more people to an already popular park system.
They all have a community feel. They're all wrapped around homes. They're used by neighborhoods and kids.
15% of Golden Valley is dedicated to parks and open space.
These are all considered community assets. Golden Valley has made a commitment to have strong community assets.
Overseeing these assets is Parks and Rec Director Rick Burno.
I consider it a privilege to be here and to work in this park system.
A privilege because he not only began his career here in the mid-1980s, he also grew up here.
It gives me an opportunity to sort of be embedded a little more on the front end versus being brand new to a brand new system, which would take a significant amount of time to get connected.
That familiarity is already paying dividends.
And as you move to the southernmost container, that is where the large 5 to 12-year-old structure will go. More swings, more independent play areas. There's a large boulder with rope climbing.
In only 2 months on the job, he's overseeing a massive renovation that will reshape the look of the Brookview Park playground.
And it should just look amazing. We worked with Minnesota-Wisconsin Playground to have this design.
But it's not just Brookview Park that will get an overhaul. Plans are in place to renovate at least 3 other parks as well to replace aging equipment and enhance safety. The wear and tear on the equipment is one of the main reasons for the renovation, but Burno also wants to add some unique elements to make Golden Valley Parks even more of a destination.
The one that sort of surfaced to the top that we thought would fit in well, that looks like it's a growing market, is this lawn bowling concept.
The goal would be to add a lawn bowling green to Brookview Golf Course in an effort to better utilize the location and grow revenue by as much as $137,000 a year.
It'll take us time to build up to those numbers, but that's the goal.
Just another task on an already full plate for the man in charge of more than 1,000 acres of park space.
The community feel of the parks is really special, that they've maintained great green space. I just think it's a lovely park system.
In Golden Valley, Delane Cleveland, 12 News.
If the City Council approves the lawn bowling green, Golden Valley and Edina would be the only 2 parks in the metro area with space dedicated to lawn bowling. Construction would cost about $134,000, and the grand opening would take place in August of 2014. Coming up, a small city but big on flavor. We'll show you where up next.
Then later in sports, Totino-Grace's football team hopes for a better outcome this time around against Eden Prairie.
But first, rain moves into the AccuWeather forecast. Your weekend could be a little soggy. We'll be
Well, you don't have to go to Minneapolis to get a unique bite to eat.
The Northwest Metro has its fair share of ethnic eateries. As Renee Bonneau reports, even the small city of Osseo packs some bold flavors.
I really have never really had a bad meal here.
On Central Avenue in Osseo, the lunch crowd doesn't file in a drive-through line. And Olympia Cafe,
Opa!
there's more to the menu than burgers and fries.
Not only a full, authentic Greek food that's learned from my father that was from Greece, but we also have authentic American food like ribs, chicken.
The chefs here call their food Greek-American fusion, which opens the door to some pretty crazy concoctions.
Gyro lasagnas, gyro stuffed in wontons. We do gyro quesadillas.
They're doing something right.
All right.
Twice now, Osseo Maple Grove Press named Olympia Cafe Best Ethnic Restaurant.
Bring them on in.
But they're not the only ones bringing a little diversity to the block.
I see more traffic and people coming in. And
spots like Rewan Thai, an ethnic foods company, are giving Central Avenue some spice.
I like the varieties, you know, and it keeps our town going and everything with, you know, different varieties of stores and everything and shops. Yeah, it has been a big change in the last 20 years.
I think more people in this country in general are trying the new kinds of foods that they weren't brought up on.
Our alligator, our crawfish.
Like a taste of the Big Easy. TJ Conard will be serving up a slice of the bayou starting Friday when he opens up his New Orleans restaurant, Nola.
The city council told us that we have to be advised that most Minnesotans think that ketchup is too spicy.
But setting up shop here shows that these entrepreneurs think locals are ready to eat outside of their comfort zone.
So, I mean, there's some great restaurants in Osseo, and I just think people just got to come to Osseo to find these great places to eat.
In Osseo, Renee Bonneau, 12 News.
Are you hungry yet?
Turn up the spice,
That's
yeah.
right. Coming up, a standout student who makes learning fun at Cooper High School.
But first in sports, a handful of Armstrong's top swimmers gear up for the state meet. John Jacobson has a preview when we come back. Well, kind of a tough matchup for one North Metro football team.
Very tough, yeah. Playing a team that seems to be running on all cylinders, has been all season, and they'll give it a shot, though, on Friday night. The state football playoffs continue through Saturday with semifinal games in all classes. Totino-Grace is looking for an upset in the Class 6A semifinals. The Eagles worked out at the University of Minnesota's Bierman building as they prepare to take on unbeaten and defending champion Eden Prairie. The Grace Eagles lost 42-7 to the Eden Prairie Eagles during the regular season. Although they are a decided underdog, the Grace guys are eager to see how much they've improved and how they match up now.
The amount that this team has come along in the last month has really been marked. These guys have. We had some struggles earlier in the year and didn't play as well maybe as we felt like we could, but we're playing pretty well now.
We always like taking on challenges. You know, they've been one of the best programs in the state over the last few years, so we're really looking forward to see how we stack up against them, and it'll be exciting. It'll be another rematch, so really looking forward to playing them again.
Totino-Grace avenged its other regular season loss to Osseo in a 34-33 thriller last week in the quarterfinals. It was a fun night and a good win.
Last, my favorite games. Wish every game could be like that. It was just so much fun. Great opponent, obviously, and really, really competitive kids on both sides of the ball.
Eden Prairie and Totino-Grace kick off at 7 o'clock Friday night at the Metrodome. Swimmers around the state are gearing up for next week's state meet, and that includes 4 swimmers from Armstrong. The Falcons qualified for the 200-yard freestyle relay and the 400 free relay. 3 of the girls on those relay teams will also swim individual races. Rachel Peterson will swim the 50 freestyle, while Emma Rule and Courtney Evanson will both swim the 200 free and 500 free. Evanson was runner-up in 200 at last year's state meet and 3rd in the 500. The junior will be swimming at the state meet for the 4th year in a row.
I know what to expect. I know what's going to happen. I know the system of it. It makes it easy to mentally prepare, and I know the pool. I've been there so many times, and so it's easy to visualize.
The state swim meet starts Monday at the U of M Aquatic Center. Swimming finals are next Wednesday night. The state adapted soccer tournament kicks off Friday afternoon in Stillwater. The Park Center CI team, representing all of District 279, has high hopes for the tournament. The Pirates come into the tournament as a number 2 seed from the North Conference. They finished in a tie for the conference title with Anoka Hennepin and North Suburban, and a coin flip determined their seeding. It's been a good season, and they hope to battle for the title in a well-balanced field.
Big time. It's going to make it really fun, but really make us woke for what we need to do. I would say defense is the strongest, but we got to do the forward. We need to work hard on that too.
We've tied with Anoka and North Suburban for first in the conference, a three-way tie, and I think any one of those three teams has a chance to win it, as well as the two teams from the South Conference that also tied for first. So I think the top 5 teams, it's going to be a really, really, really good tournament this year.
Senior Kevin Hofer enters the state tournament with 56 goals this season and 99 for his career, while Tasha Fay set a new assist record. And that is a look at sports for today.
Great, thanks a lot, John. Still ahead, the humble queen of Cooper.
Yes, she was Cooper High's homecoming queen, but we'll show you how she likes to put others first when we come back. It is sometimes tough to talk about yourself.
Especially when you're as humble as today's standout student. Shannon Slatton introduces us to Ricky Williams, who shines brightly at Robbinsdale Cooper High School.
1 times -1 is -1.
There are several words you might use to describe pre-calculus.
I know it's weird for me to say it's fun.
Fun might not be one of them, but Ricky Williams tries to make every subject fun.
I had a goal my freshman year, and that was to make school fun for me, just because I knew that the only way I'd be able to get through it was for it to be fun.
But it's also a fun challenge for this 17-year-old senior to make honor roll.
I find joy in getting good grades.
Ricky's an excellent student. It's been a pleasure to have her in class and to know her on the volleyball court.
Ricky is a team player in sports.
She's quite a dynamic player on the volleyball court.
And also in campus clubs like the leadership team and equity team.
Everybody likes to say it's equal, but we want it to be equitable. We want everybody to have an equal chance at life.
Ricky learned firsthand about equitable treatment.
They fought that hard for me to be able to go to this school today.
When she went on a civil rights tour through the South last spring.
I already appreciated it, but when I actually talked to we actually got to talk to some of the leaders in it. When I talked to people, like, I don't understand how you could be that brave.
Ricky's peers honored her this fall when they voted her homecoming queen.
It was such an honor. I couldn't believe that the kids here actually, voted for me.
It's that humility, motivation, and fun attitude that set Ricky apart in the school that she loves.
Everybody just wants you to succeed here. That's why I love Cooper.
In New Hope, Shannon Slatton, 12 News.
And Ricky isn't sure yet where she'll go to college or what she'll study, but she isn't ruling anything out. So, in other words, the future's wide open.
Good for her.
That's right.
Whatever this is.
That's right, exactly. Little spice, I think. And that does it for us. Thanks for joining us.
Stay with us. Community Corner is coming up next, and we'll see you tomorrow.